Hello and welcome to the Brick Creek. Today with the review of Mould King's #1 razor, or the number razor. Yes, obviously a razor crest from their NK Stars universe. Here it is. Okay, there are this time two building videos there. Set number is 21023 and Mould King says we are a little bit over 5k on pieces. And if you want to see really more into some of the building techniques, so watch the assembly videos. It's really worth it, because here I say only my opinion about the set and give you one or two little advices. But if you want more, because you've seen all the pictures in front of the video, you've seen all the set information about the size and everything. I haven't weighed it, it's pretty heavy. Okay, let's start. This is a stone mock. You've seen the mocker, Cherac Lego, and you can get the instructions on Brickworld for about $45. That's $36, $38. Depends on, yeah, okay. Normally, I would say buy the instructions. Here, if you don't buy it, I can't understand it, because they are not cheap. Okay, try to buy it, because Cherac has done an amazing work. He really deserves this money, because this is an amazing set, but it's still expensive. Okay, so for that part. Brickworld has some pretty cool Star Wars stuff. But like I said, perhaps Brickworld, if you watch this, perhaps you watch this because you think, you showed this stolen mock. Yes, I showed it, Brickworld. Okay, but please buy the instructions. But perhaps you can make a little bit cheaper, 15, 18, 20%. Then it's absolutely fair, because your designs are pretty cool. Okay, yes. Like always, Mould King didn't copy it one by one. This time, obviously, you see it. We have a missing windscreen here, a cockpit glass shield. That's the first thing. Then 1-2 building techniques are not the same. It's a good clone of it. Not a perfect one, but it's a good set. It's not a perfect set like Cherac's, in my opinion, but it's still a very good set. And it's easy to get it to a perfect set. Okay. Instructions are okay. Not Lego instructions. Not total instructions. But if you build not only Lego, if you have built other sets or some mocks, you're pretty good. No problem. Sometimes it's just the angle where you don't see exactly what to do. But it's instructions that is absolutely okay. the piece quality, Mould King, Go Bricks pieces, very good. Sometimes, or a lot of pieces meanwhile have a higher clutch power than Lego. That is for such fragile building techniques really good. There's only 2 pieces, one on each side, that are hanging on one stud, and they can perhaps fall off. The rest is, it's surely not a play model. Don't give it a child. It can destroy it very easy, but it's so sturdy that it won't fall apart if you have it in your hands, you move it. So it's sturdy enough. Cherak, man, what have you done? This is one of the best sets. I would buy your instructions if I wouldn't sell it immediately. I really did only for the viewers because they ask. I sell it immediately, and the guy, I hope, will buy your instructions, Cherak. But that is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. The building techniques are one of the coolest things I have ever seen. They are really close sometimes, and when you get it done, it's satisfying as it could be. But you have to be an advanced builder, really. Not for children, not for people that have built 5-10 Lego sets in their life and try to start out of Lego with this. Don't do it, you won't be happy. It's not impossible, but it's really, really not easy. Okay, so far, this is a set I would recommend only for the building techniques. Afterwards, if you don't like it, sell it or use the parts, but only to build it, for the experience to build it. This is absolutely astonishing, really great. Okay, now for the things I don't like here, the gaps. I had it a little bit better, but after carrying it from the cellar up, they moved downwards. You get them in a little bit better position, so I say something like, this is possible, but you don't get it perfect underneath it. That's not with that variation, because here are the most changes to Cherak, because Cherak has the cockpit, the screen glass, and here is the biggest difference between Cherak's and the Mould King version, and so this is where it's not the best side. We have here a little gap in there, from here the ring to the thruster. That gap is possible with to get it done with a turntable and a 1x2 tile behind the last part, and then it's totally closed. This here, if you want this perfect and you have the money for nearly with altogether over $200, then buy the instructions and buy this piece. I believe only this piece is about $40 to $50. So with the instruction, it's nearly $100 more. So you $250 or something like that, or a little bit more. But if you're really into this ship and to Mandalorian, it's worth it. If you don't have the money or whatever, but you want to have the ship and you don't spend any more money. If you have some pieces over, it's just under the panels here that cover this. The panels here are connected there. Put a row of blades before the panels come a little bit more out and cover the gap. The other things here, the doors to the interior, first there's only some tiles, 2 weapons and a small cockpit, and you don't see it, so it doesn't matter. So the interior doesn't matter, because this is not a play model. You can open here the hatches, but when you open them, you change the angle here again, because everything is so tight, so tight. So bring it in the perfect angle. If you have time, it's absolutely possible, and then never touch it again. It doesn't fall apart, but the angles can change. Here at the back, you see it, it doesn't close totally, and with the building technique Mould King used, perhaps it's not possible. Even with the good clutch power and the good quality. So you have to change this here a little bit, that it looks better. Because when I push more, perhaps it will, in the German version, it's disconnected here. So if you have more time like me, and you're really into it, if I would keep it, I would take the 2-3 hours and do all the changes, buy the instructions, buy the shield, and try to get it here better done and there better done. But like I said, it's for me, it would be good enough. So if I have the time and some money, I would change it. But I think it's okay to have it on your shelf. So Mandalorian at the moment it's very popular. So I believe if you have this in your living room, a lot of people will say, "Wow, wow," because it's a cool thing. It's not the prettiest. We are clear here. The Razor Crest isn't the most sex appeal starship in the Star Wars universe. That's for sure. That's for sure. But if you love the Mandalorian like I do, I believe it's a pretty cool ship. If I could only pick 3 and have it in my living room, this would not be in the top 3, and the Razor Crest wouldn't be in the top 10. But I still like it, and if I would, I don't have to, you know it, I don't have the amount of space for all the sets to keep. And after I decided to get rid of all the Star Wars sets, I sell the Monarch, the Eclipse, the Sandcrawler, everything. It would make no sense to keep the Razor Crest as a standalone, because it's not a British chip. It's the best Star Wars that Disney offers us at the moment, as content-wise. Absolutely the best, because, are we honest, and I'm mostly honest, Rise of the Skywalker was an absolutely disaster that destroyed nearly the whole saga, but destroyed all 3 parts. And I didn't like one of them really. I accepted part 7 as okay, we tried and you can do better, but okay, it looks good and it doesn't hurt story-wise, and BB-8 was nice and it was watchable. The Last Jedi was, okay, I don't know where brings us this voyage, what's going on here, but I like the opinion of Rian Johnson not to do everything always the same way. But The Last Jedi didn't force the story in any way, so it was an unnecessary movie. And The Rise of Skywalker was so badly scripted and written. Man, that film, I watched it 2 times because I want to be sure, but this movie, that hurts. That hurts. And The Mandalorian, that's nice. That puts a smile on my face. Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Okay, so if you have any questions more, or tell me your opinion, I'm always hot for your opinions, and you know the YouTube algorithm likes when you comment. So please, the English community, more comments. But here I'm really interested in your opinion. What do you think? Will you buy it? And will you keep it this way? Will you buy it and pimp it a little with? Or will you buy it and pimp it fully with the original instructions and the part and the expensive cockpit shield? Tell me your opinion. I'm really hot on it. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Frank, your Brick Freak, and I catch you